What's up, everyone? It's Ethan here. Today, I want to talk about learning the Thai language as a beginner. For me, myself, I've been learning this language for about a year on and off now, and I do have some tips on how to do that. Right now, I feel like everything is starting to click with the Thai language. It's quite crazy. You get to that point where things are just starting to make more sense. But one of the things that I've been struggling with lately is the vowels. Vowels is quite hard. I gotta say, it's quite hard. But for those of you who are actually learning learning the Thai language, you guys know, it's one of the most difficult languages to learn. Really, quite honestly, it is. The reason why it is because it's very tonal. It's a tonal language, and on top of that, instead of being written in English letters, they have their own script and their own Thai script, which is another thing that you got to learn. Well, let me tell you something. Actually, I'm Vietnamese, and Vietnamese is also a tonal language. So, knowing how important tones are, I get that part, which is a little bit of an advantage for me. And a lot of the sounds that I make when I speak Vietnamese kind of sounds the same as Thai. Some of the sounds, so it's a lot easier for me to pick up some of the things to say it. But where I struggle is the reading and the writing part, because that part it's a whole new script. With Vietnamese, it's all written in English with some tones, right? No big deal. Even if you were a foreigner from a Western country and you start reading Vietnamese, you can actually kind of say it out just by reading it as is. And that's one of the benefits of learning Vietnamese, is a little bit easier in that part. But with Thai, it's all squiggly letters. Oh my gosh. I remember when I first learned Thai, I just could not comprehend it. It just looked like a crazy mess. But after learning it for a while, quite easy. It's now I can find a distinction through them. I can actually read out the letters myself, but finding the meaning for it is a whole new ball game. So I wanted to share some tips with you guys here on how to learn the language in a much easier way, how I've been using it, or what sort of resources that I've been using to learn the language, and I want to share that with you here in this video. Okay, so let's see. I got my notes out here. Okay. So, the first crucial, I think, in my opinion, learning Thai for me was a podcast on Spotify, and you can also find this on YouTube. And that podcast is named Learn Thai Glui Glui. And this is taught by someone called Kru Smook, teacher Smook, that's what it means. And she's awesome. Great teacher. She speaks English quite well, and she teaches conversational Thai, things that you need to learn in day-to-day Thai. Now, a lot of us start off learning a language through the more formal, like you pick up a book from the library, right? Or from the bookstore, I'm sure, and then you read through it, and they give you nonsense. In my opinion, it's not nonsense, but it's too formal, way too formal. Let me give you an example. For myself, when I was first learning how to ask for the nearest BTS station, the one that's when I'm asking a stranger, one of the books showed me to say this: ขอโทษนะครับสถานีรถไฟฟ้าที่ใกล้ที่สุดอยู่ที่ไหนนะครับ and I'm just like, oh, that's quite long. But when I said that to a friend here, they're like, what the heck? Why would you say that so long? That's way too long. All you need to say is BTS อยู่ไหนครับ That's it. It's just you cut it all down. You cut the mess in between, and you just go straight to the point. It's BTS อยู่ไหนครับ And that's what you kind of learn with Kru Smook in this podcast, which is great, because she really tells you what sounds too weird to a local when you say things to them that you learn in a book. And it's great. Honestly, if you have free time, especially when you're walking around somewhere, I'm sorry for the birds here, but when you're walking around somewhere, I usually just put in my AirPods, listen to the podcast, and learn a couple of phrases, and then maybe when the moment is right, I'll use that phrase right away. And it's just great. It's a great resource. So check that out. I'll link that down in the description box for you guys that who wants to check it out. Okay, that's my first tip. Now, my second tip is make sure you make mistakes. Absolutely, don't be afraid to make mistakes when you learn Thai. It's just say it. Go out there and just say it. You are a farang, anyways. You are a foreigner in this country, and people will appreciate that you're trying to learn the language. You know that you can still get by with English here in Thailand, but honestly, if you learn the language, your lifestyle, the quality of life that you get here is just even better. And that's what I'm starting to see for myself, is that I'm starting to see results in that department. Talking to motorbikers or even just people, the 7-Eleven cashier, something like that. It's just more interactive, more fun, and it's all good. Make mistakes. Your language level is baby level anyways. It doesn't really matter. And try to put the words together. That's it. That's my second tip, is just make mistakes. Number 3, my tip for you is buy yourself, here it is. Buy yourself an alphabet book, the Thai alphabet book. You can get this for 40 bahts at the B2S bookstore in Bangkok or in Thailand. I'm not sure if they have it in other places, but B2S bookstore. You can pick one of these things up, and actually, let's take a look what's inside of it. It just looks like this. It's the alphabets. And in Thai they have 44 alphabets and a whole lot of vowels and other things, and it's crazy. I'm at vowels right now. I'm gonna tell you, it's just insane. This is the next level. All right, it doesn't really matter. This video is for beginners, people who are just starting out. My tip for you is buy one of these books and make sure you know how to write the alphabets. Okay, write the alphabets down and practice that daily. Absolutely, just practice that daily, because that's a great foundation for you to start off learning Thai. Now, a lot of people like to speak Thai first as a conversational thing, right? They speak Thai, but they don't know how to read or write Thai. But for me, I think it's a much more stronger foundation if you can recognize the letters easily, because when you travel Thailand, there's some areas where there's just no English letters on the menu. For instance, like food is a thing that you eat every day, right? So you don't want to stick with the touristy spots all the time. You want to go find the hidden gems down the alley somewhere, right? And a lot of the time the menus are in Thai only. So if you can learn how to at least identify the words and read it out, and you'll have a much more interactive time and much more fun time in Bangkok, because the great things are the cheap foods that are hidden. It's crazy. But yeah, practice writing the alphabets. Buy this book to help you identify those letters, especially when you are going around the city. Okay, which leads me up to my next tip here. What am I at? Tip number 4, I believe. Practice reading the signs around the city. Okay, for instance, when you go look at the stop sign, it'll say "yut," right? Very small, very short, very easy to identify, and then you can learn the vowels. If you go into a parking lot, a lot of time the exit will say "tang ok," and you can kind of identify those letters just through normal alphabets, and you can kind of spell it out, and you kind of see how the Thai, the Thai alphabet, how it works together to make a word. Okay, using just the basic alphabets is really awesome. I mean, from most of my words that I've learned now is by reading without the tones. Yes, that's for sure. That's one thing that I know I can accomplish right now, is that I can read something. Maybe it might be not the right tone, but I'm very close to it, and that's all that really matters to me. And it really helps me get my brain into that loop, And so practice the alphabets. Okay, tip number 5 is make a friend in Thailand. 100%. This is something I think will be the most beneficial to you. Make a friend, make a local friend, that someone who can also speak English as well, and that person is going to teach you a whole new ball game of the Thai language, because vowels is something that's very hard to tackle already. It changes the whole sound of each letter, or the word. So when you have a friend who can teach you and guide you through the language, and have someone you can practice with, it's great, awesome. Unless you're a really extroverted person and you like to go out and just talk to whoever, the street vendor, it's not the same, because you need someone who can also speak English and explain to you why things are the way they are. So making a friend who knows English in Thailand will be a big, 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 big step in improving your Thai language. I can guarantee you that. Now, those are my biggest tips for you to learn the language, all right? And to actually excel in it, you got to practice every single day. Really, you do. For me, I enjoy practicing the alphabets by hand. It really helps my brain memorize how each letter works. What is the most confusing part, in my opinion, in the Thai alphabet, let me just pull it up on here, is where the ba bai mai, that section here, where all the things kind of look the same, like here, right here, this part here. You see how that looks like a U, and then that one is just a longer U, and then here's a W with a longer tail, and that's a W with the shorter tail. Those four always confuse me. Oh, even these ones too. These confuse me as well. It's just when you practice them, then you can kind of just remember. I find the only way that I can remember, just repetitiveness. So practice by hand, really. Just like you did when you learned English the first time, the alphabets, you write it all out and you kind of know what ABC is, right? Same thing, just write it out. And just blindly write it out, to be honest. You just blindly write it out and then say it. So for write gok gai and say out gok gai every time you write it. Gok gai, gok gai, gok gai, gok kwai, gok kwai, gok kwai. You know, just like that. Just like a kid, like you're in a kindergarten. Yeah, but that's really pretty much it. That's all I got for you guys in this video. Practice, practice, practice. Listen to podcasts. Heck, watch Thai movies, watch Thai dramas. You can even stream them online for free if you know the websites. Wink, wink. And that's it. That's how you do it. Absorb the language. Listen to it. Write it. Speak it. Well, I wish you good luck on your journey. I'm also on my journey, and someday I hope we all can speak Thai fluently, and maybe someday we'll see each other in Bangkok and we'll just talk all in Thai. That'd be great. Until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Peace out.